community. As you can see and hear, we have a lot of really excited middle schoolers and a lot of adults here to support them. So we'd like to kick off tonight. I'm going to start with some introductory comments. It's a little longer than I'd like to speak, but we have a lot of things to say and people to acknowledge. So I'll start with myself. I'm Cindy Milojevic. I'm the program coordinator for the Spoken Word program through the Oak Park Education Foundation, and that's the organization that puts on this whole program in addition to some other things that I'll share with you. The Spoken Word program is only 1 year old. This is the second year, and this is our second slam. So I'm excited because I used to work at the high school as the activity director, and Spoken Word, the Spoken Word Club there was under my realm, and so it became very near and dear to my heart. And so to be able to do this at the middle school level is really exciting. And I was not sure how this whole thing was going to translate because the high school kids are just that many few years older. So when we did some slams earlier this year at the middle school with 7th graders, amazing, like tear-jerking, emotional, funny, it was just fantastic. So you're going to experience some of the best tonight. So real quickly, for those of you that are new to the art form, what is spoken word? In my definition, it's like urban poetry, it's, hip-hop, and it's just all presented with a lot of heart. But Wikipedia has a different idea, or not a different idea, same idea. For them, spoken word is an oral art form that focuses on the aesthetics of wordplay, which you'll hear tonight, and intonation and voice inflection. It is a catch-all that includes any kind of poetry recited aloud, including hip-hop, jazz poetry, poetry slams, traditional poetry readings, and can include comedy routines as well. So you'll probably see some of all of that. Just a little background, Oak Park Ed Foundation completely funds this program, and it was their brainchild. And so what they conjured up was this beautiful blend of taking spoken word and working with the language arts teachers at Brooks and Julian and partnering with them to create a 1-week residency or a 1-week program where they went into the 7th grade classes for 1 week, and then we brought aboard 2 resident poets who are spoken word experts, and you'll meet them tonight, you'll hear them perform tonight. They've been working with your students for this whole year. They partnered and spent a week in the curriculum teaching these 7th graders about spoken word. And the transition from the Monday of that week to, oh no, I don't like poetry, no, I'm not interested in that, especially some of the big macho guys, to the last Friday of the week where there's a slam in front of all 300 7th graders, and those same big guys are up there proud and loud. It was amazing. So we do 1 week in the late fall, and we work with the students, and then the students that are performing tonight liked spoken word so much that they have been going to the club every week, sometimes twice a week, perfecting their skill in their craft. So that's what you'll see, and that's how the program is run through the foundation. Before we begin, we have some really important people to thank and acknowledge. I'm going to do that now because at the end of the show, we just want to be there celebrating our students. So bear with me, guys. Some of the key people are, first of all, the sponsors and co-sponsors of the club, and you're going to meet them in just a minute, but John Colucci, Jill Dombeck, Casey Hager, they're awesome. In addition to the adults in the room, so to speak, we also have worked with, or your students have worked with 6 mentors from the high school spoken word program, which, by the way, we dominate. Our program is awesome in the Chicago-wide area. So we have 6 mentors. They're going to be performing for you tonight, and you'll meet them as well, but they've been working with your kids. We have another OPRF-er, Charles Donaldson, who's you've been to spoken word before, you know that the music is a critical part of it. So he's going to bring the heat and the heart and keep our energy high. Our poets, our resident poets, you'll see them for sure, is Jamel Clark and Nate Olison. They've been my teammates this year, and we've, I think, had a great time working together, but talk about knowing what they do and being good at it, that's them. And any competition would not be complete without judges. So we have 5 esteemed judges. I'm going to give a little bio on each of them, and then you can thank them for being here. The first is Bill Gee. Bill, you want to do a little hi? Okay. Bill is a native Chicagoan who's lived in Oak Park River Forest for the last 25 years. He spent his career as a baker for 30 years, where he has produced Big Texas cinnamon rolls and other assorted commercial bakery goods. Bill retired from baking in 2015 and currently is a huge philanthropist in our community and the world at large. He is a working board member for the Sugar Beet Co-op. He's president of the board for Oak Park's Momenta Dance Company, treasurer of the Slow Fig Angel Investment Group, an executive committee member of WBEZ, Chicago Public Media. Bill and his wife Sue have, I wasn't kidding when I said Bill and his wife Sue have 2 daughters attending college and enjoy working with young people. He has been a past mentor for Link Unlimited and is currently a mentor with the OPRF Community Foundation's Future Philanthropist Program. He's been a judge the last 2 years for the One Earth Film Festival and Film Contest, and he's an avid bike rider, and he has bees in his backyard. He's a beekeeper. All right, next is Linda Francis. Linda, you want to raise your hand? Linda is Director of Success of All Youth in Oak Park River Forest Cradle to Career Community Collective. She works with a range of community partners and individuals to coordinate and align priorities, efforts, and resources to empower all children and youth to reach his or her potential. Linda is originally from New York, but has called Oak Park home for 25 years, where she lives with her husband, Henry, and daughter, Phoenix. She's a graduate of Northwestern University, spent the first 23 years of her career as an engineer in the telecommunications industry. She's a member of the OPEF board and is also a VEX competition judge. Thank you, Linda. All right, Dr. Carrie Cam. All right. Dr. Cam is District 97's Director of Organizational Learning, which means she has a big job. She has served District 97 for the last 3 years, and in her 19 years as an educator, she has been a 4th grade teacher, an instructional coach, a site director for a teacher residency program in Chicago Public Schools. She is a wife and mom of twin 1st graders, so thanks for taking your night out tonight. Our 4th judge is Larry Grimaldi. I think he's a celeb. All right. Larry is an 8th grade science teacher at Gwendolyn Brooks Middle School. He's the JV and varsity girls and boys volleyball coach and president of the Oak Park Teachers Association. A thankless job. He's been a teacher at Brooks Middle School for 18 years, shifting from science to English and language arts, where he fell in love with teaching students how to write and express themselves in ways they never thought possible. He was the first English teacher at either middle school to teach spoken word, which he claims was the most amazing teaching experience he has had in his career. Watching kids that never said a word or struggled with school come out of their shells and wow themselves and their peers with their writing, speaking, and expression. It is awesome to see that group of students from Brooks now, who are seniors at OPRF. Charles! And our last judge, Stephen Jackson. Stephen is an OPRF grad, class of '94. He spent 6 years working with youth in our community through the Oak Park Community Foundation. And he also then spent 5 years at Oak Park River Forest High School, where he successfully implemented and ran a motivational mentoring program for students. And in that capacity, he gave students who really needed a safe space and an open voice that opportunity. So Stephen has done a tremendous amount of work with our youth. He's currently working with the Oak Park Public Library February, and he is partnering with them to create a national model for integrating social services and community outreach. And has anyone ever heard of Peace Circles? Yeah. All right, Steven's the man. He's certified in Peace Circles, and he runs Peace Circles. So finally, I'd like to thank all of the other people behind the scenes that have made tonight possible. The Oak Park Ed Foundation for the vision and funding to make the program possible. That team is made up of Tracy D'Angelo Barber, the executive director, Patty Quilling, Christy Baum, Karen Daly, and board members Linda Kitzman and Matt Cole. Thank you for all the help you've done to make tonight possible. I want to thank our photographer tonight, Paul Goyette, who just loves spoken word and volunteered to be here, and that's so fantastic. Thank you, Paul. And a huge thank you to the School of Rock for opening their doors for us. We partnered with them. They're doing this for us gratis, which is really fantastic, and I can't think of a better space for what's about to happen. So finally, some final housekeeping notes. Some of you have done this already. If you like what you see tonight and you feel compelled to drop a coin or two in our little basket, that would be great. We're also selling spoken word t-shirts for $10 if anyone's interested. And yes, limited quantities. And also the Oak Park Ed Foundation has an upcoming large mosaic project in our town, and we've got information back there. You can also sign up if you'd like to buy a tile or get more information about that project. So check the table. So, thank you for being patient with me, especially you kids. I know you're nervous. Let's kick this off and let me bring up my coaches from Julian and Brooks. Come on up, and we're going to say a couple words and then we get started.
What's up, what's up, what's up? How y'all feeling tonight?
So, my name is Jamel Clark. I'm the spoken word teaching artist at Percy Julian Middle School.
I'm from Brooks. My name is Nate. So, I think we're gonna have a ton of fun tonight. I really can't wait to get started. Who here has ever been to a poetry slam before? Okay, Richard.
They know the rules.
Oh, so like yeah. We just gonna run through it. I feel like there was one person who didn't, you know what I'm saying? Like a couple hands. We don't want to leave anybody out. Basically, Poetry Slam is an art form, a competition started by a dude named Mark Smith. So what? Yeah, so what, right? Because it's not about the competition, right? We have a saying, and I want y'all to repeat this after me, right? The point is not the points, the point is the poetry, all right? So we're going to do a little call and response. The point is not the points, the point is the poetry. The point is the poetry. The point is the poetry. Hey, there we go. So we're gonna have students coming up from Art by School Brooks and Julian as well. And go ahead and tell them what about these scores, man? How are we gonna score?
Okay, so this is what's gonna happen. The judges are gonna score you guys. We're gonna have a couple poets perform 2 pieces. So what's gonna happen is you guys are gonna take the average of those scores and just tally it up. But what's gonna happen is you guys are gonna drop the top, I think it's the top score and the bottom score, and then average the 3 out. So there's gonna be 5 scores. And here's the thing. When the judges do not give the students a 10, what you guys are gonna say is, oh, they know.
Yeah. Oh, no. Cool. I mean, we got all these veterans in the room, you know what I'm saying?
Cool. So anything below a 10, make sure you do that. And if it is a 10, what are you guys gonna do? Wait, try that again. That sounded like
we gotta
or something.
These are poems. Poems are great. We're gonna have to turn up though, right? So if somebody does something that's really like earth-shattering, you know what I'm saying? Like metaphorically brilliant, changes your whole personality. When that happens, you're gonna be like, ah! Right?
Alright, try that.
1, 2, 3.
Let that slide.
Right. It was alright.
Okay, cool. So obviously, if you hear something good, you do the little snaps. And this is something that we're gonna do. So for every poet that comes up, they're gonna say their name, they're gonna say their school, the grade, and then the title of the piece, and then they're gonna begin. However, right after the student says their name, I want you guys to say, bring that. Oh, okay. Ooh, you wanna come up here and do it? So we're gonna say, bring that heat as soon as after they say their name. So I'm gonna do a quick run through to see if you guys got it. Take 1.
I want you.
Thank you though, that sounded good. I don't know what song that was. So my name is Jamel. I'm from Percy Julian. I'm in grade 26. And the title of this piece is That Was a Long Time Ago. Alright, cool. So, okay, they got it. So what we're gonna do though, before the slam begins, and the judges, you guys are gonna score this.
How many points do they give? Like, what's the scale of poems? You know?
-10 to a 10, right? -10?
-10?
No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, I know, right? That poem is in the bottom. No. Poems are from 0 to 10. Judges, just, you know, make sure you're being consistent. So like if you like something, you know what I'm saying? Make sure you're judging consistent. That's true. If you want to like give some encouragement to the poets while they're on the stage, you can, like my man Charles said over here, you can snap, you can stomp your feet, you can be like, go in, poet, you know what I'm saying? Like whatever you feel like doing. But yeah, I think we're about ready to start the slam.
Wait. Remember the two? We're gonna have two OPRF mentors, one from Julian and one from Brooks perform, and I want you judges to scale these poems, okay? So these are gonna be considered the sacrificial poets. So, I'm sorry.
Yeah. It's like
so first we have Sakari from OPRF. He's the mentor at Percy Julian Middle School.
How y'all doing? So my name's Sakari. I go to OPRF High School. I'm a sophomore and I'm the representative from Percy Julian. This doesn't have a title, but this is fine. Deep down in my memory, I was told that I was greedy for the money. Back home, I sold graffiti for a few coins till my little siblings needed me. I'm from Chicago. You don't need to explain what a gun's supposed to mean to me. I survived a gas fire when the drive-by hit my grandma's house furnace. For a year, I lived homeless. 2014 remained a year mentally noted. Locked away in my chest, the past and it hurts to withhold it. Overflowing thoughts in my brain and it feel like it's bloated. I fear walking down the streets, I just never show it. This is the tale of my survival. And without the big man above, I would never have told it. Thank you.
Alright, judges. Let me see this. Yeah. This is the longest.
We need to give them a time limit.
Right. Wait, so this is our first one. Okay. So I really can't see that well, so go ahead. We can load high. So we got a
9.379. Oh, 9.379. Yeah, what is the participation?
So one thing, only to the one decimal point though, because we're gonna have people adding
That's
up
gonna be tough.
So we don't want to, we
Well,
don't
these don't count though. So.
I know, but just so we know, we didn't say that. But yeah, to the nearest one decimal.
So he
point.
rounded that up. Cool.
Yeah, so that's like a 9.4, and then
a mathematician.
Yeah, a 9.5.
Yeah, what's that?
And we have a 10. We'll get there. All right, and then we're gonna have one of our mentors from Brooks coming up to the stage.
Okay. Hi, I'm the Dab Daddy. Okay, and I got a whole record real quick. You ready? Righty, tighty, lefty, loosey. Okay, I go to Oak Park River Forest High School. I'm a sophomore. My kitchen is nestled between my bedroom and the dining room. When my mother would dip chicken in flour, she would make sure to freckle with paprika for color. Have the battered meat in popping grease, and the kitchen, the dining room, and I would all get fed the same smell. Whenever she would plait my hair, she'd flip her fingers in hair grease. I would hum Taylor Swift between the indents of the braids. If you listened hard enough, you could hear the paprika and chicken grease peeling off my body. And the copper-butted naps on the back of my kitchen would rest.
We good at this now, right? We good at this now. Scores.
Those markers are moving, look.
I know. Fast. Okay, here we go. So, from low to high, we got a 9.0, a 9.2, a 9.4, a that. Okay, so everybody, we all in sync. We're about to start the actual real life slam. It's going down.
Cool, and I'm gonna announce those people. So we have Maya and Lila from Julian are about to perform, and we'll have Charlie on deck from Brooks.
Charlie, let's win it.
I'm Lila.
And I'm Maya. And we're in 6th grade at Percy Julian Middle School.
This is the Up and Down poem. This is a poem that when you read it one way, a different perspective is shown than when you read it the opposite. Will you ever really know what it's like to have your voice heard? It's so great, sit and listen and not say a word. I will never shout out, speak up, sing proud. Be the mouse scuttling across the floor. Don't be the cat, sure-hearted and confident. Be the fish that just keeps swimming. Don't be the shark discovering its own food. Let yourself get snacked on. Don't stand up and project your voice because you can't. Just cower down and listen. Don't convey your opinion. You should just keep your mouth sealed. Never express your ideas. You can't have your voice heard.
Have your voice heard. You can't never express your ideas. Keep your mouth sealed. You should just convey your opinion. Don't just cower down and listen because you can't. Stand up and project your voice. Don't let yourself get snacked on. Be the shark, discovering its own food. Don't be the fish who just keeps swimming. Be the cat, sure-hearted and confident. Don't be the mouse, scuttling across the floor. Sing proud, speak up, shout out. I will never sit and listen and not say a word. It's so great to have your voice heard. Will you ever really know what it's like?
That was what we like to call a group piece. Everybody say group piece? That's when you have a group of people doing one piece. All right, let's check these scores out. Okay. We got 1 score, 2 score, 3 score, 4, 5 scores. All right. So from low to high scorekeepers, we got a 9.3, a 9.4, a 9.5, a 9.6, and a 9.8. Applaud the poet, don't applaud the scores. All right. So I'm about to bring my man Charlie on the stage, but before I do that, I need to say, Della, you're on deck. But everybody please put your hands together for Charlie!
I'm Charlie Ader. I'm from Gwendolyn Brooks Middle School, and I'm going to be reading a poem called Meerkat. Meerkat is known for being insecure and is commonly found hiding in the shadows. My personality is a meerkat. A hole in the ground the size of a golf ball is where my meerkat lives. It fears the loudness and incessant outgoingness and popularity of the king cobra. My meerkat will only be found when standing in the shadow of a braver meerkat. Its small ears are commonly shot with red as a byproduct of its many fears. It depends on the flaws of others to become comfortable. Meanwhile, the king cobra slithers by the tiny holes looking for its next prey. King cobra passes the meerkat's burrow, not even noticing it. A cloud of fear slips into the burrow, gripping the meerkat with icy fingers, but it shortly passes. My meerkat shudders with disappointment. The meerkat saw an opportunity and watched it pass like a train in the subway. It could have stood up to the king cobra, finally, but its fear held it back like weights on its ankles. But next time, the meerkat will finally step out of the shadows and stand up, and that is a fact.
Alright, so next we'll have up is Della and Joseph will be on deck.
Hi, I'm Della. I'm a 6th grader. I go to Percy Julian Middle School, and my poem is called The Book. Biography, an account of someone's life written by someone else. The book that makes you think in someone else's shoes. Fiction, literature that is imaginary. The book that makes you wonder. Historical fiction, a made-up book besides the realistic characteristics of the time period. Realistic fiction, made-up characters but a true story. The book that could be true but is waiting to happen. You know that book, the one that makes you tell your mom when we finish this page while you start the next chapter. The one that leaves you at a cliffhanger every second. The one you praise and won't let your sister lay a finger. It's the one that makes you hide in your closet or forget about your homework, just read. It's the one that becomes expired. Pretty soon you owe 20 bucks. It's the one, it's...
You got it.
Bring the heat. Do it. You got it.
It's the one... It's the one you spend up till midnight reading, and then you wake up in the morning dead. You know that book?
Yo, she likes to read a lot. I don't know if I read that book yet. That poem was amazing. That poem was amazing. I'm sure the judges think so too. You're just gonna give me a second. Hold on. We got this, judges. Awesome. Okay, so from low to high, we have a 9.0, a 9.2, a 9.3, and two 9.4s. Clap it up for Callum one time. And Joseph Cody's coming up to the stage. And on deck, we have Taylor Morris, everybody.
Hello, my name is Joseph Cody. I go to Julian. I'm in 6th grade, and the title of this poem is Speaking Up. Atelophobia, the fear of not being good enough. Mr. Clucci's room. Desk, pencil, paper, people. I just finished writing my story. It was pleasing like a plate of donuts. But I thought it sucked. I thought it's garbage. Smelly, full of flies, and sickening, like poison. But it wasn't. I had atelophobia, the fear of not being good enough. Atelophobia is being a small fish afraid of swimming into the open. I felt down and bummed. I did have a good story. I just thought it was horrible, like flies landing in your food right before you eat it. Now I wish I had swatted those flies away.
Judges. That was quick. Woo. Okay, so we have a 9.2. We have not a 9.5, so 9.5, a 9.5, 9.5, and a 9.6. All right, give it up. Cool. So next we have Taylor from Julian, and then we'll have Charles from Brooks, who's on deck.
My name is Taylor Morris. I'm in 8th grade. I'm in 8th grade and I'm from Percy Julian Middle School. And this poem is called The Difference Between Them and Us. Right here, right now, I'm talking to you, all of you. There are times we feel that we have no voice, that we don't get a say in what happens to us. They say they want their kids to be doctors or lawyers, but we want to be singers, dancers, or even teachers. We feel that we should do what everyone else wants us to do because we don't want to disappoint them. Why don't we have a say in who becomes president? Why don't we have a say in what school we go to? Why don't we have a say in what assignments we want to do? Why don't we have a say in what classes we take? I'll tell you why. Because they think we don't have a voice, but we do. We need to have a say in who we sit by because they need to trust us. We definitely need a say in who is our president because we don't need a hypocrite or a liar as a president. And we should always have a say in who we are and who we want to be. Do you know who the they are? And do you know who we aren't? Parents and teachers are the they. Students are the we, and we are not them. Who are you, and who do you want to be?
everybody know. That's what happens. She just lets you know something. Okay, so we got some big numbers. Let me read these numbers. We have from low to high. We have a 9.8, a 9.8, a 9.8, a 9.8, and a 10. Awesome work. Okay, so Eleanor, you are on deck from Julian, and I'm gonna bring Charles Deere from Brooks up to the stage.
Go ahead, Charles. Hi, my name is Charles Deere. I'm in grade 7. I go to Gwendolyn Brooks Middle School, so go Eagles. And this is a poem I wrote called Cupid's Not My Homie, a series of rejection limericks. In second period robotics class, there was a note passed. My number was listed and I was optimistic, but that note happened to be trashed. I've tried notes and now the arts. I asked out a girl by spitting some bars, pulling a forfeit from a jar. I delivered it when done, she looked really stunned, but I was left with a broken heart. This next girl tuned me out. A love for the same music almost made me lose it, but that was a lie. I emotionally died and I wish I never knew this. Cupid wasn't with me, even outside of school. We got off to a great start, but now we couldn't be more apart. In my life, but now you've left, and I so bitterly wept because I kept you so close to heart. My love floats away painfully like a balloon from a toddler's grasp. As you can see, Cupid's not my homie. Thank you.
Alright, judges. Okay, so we have a 9.6.
Listen to the poem!
We have another 9.6.
Listen to the poem!
We have another 9.6.
Listen to the poem!
We have a 9.9. Wait. And we have a 10. Alright, so next up we have Eleanor from Julian, then we have Matthew on deck from Julian.
Hi, I'm Eleanor. I'm in 6th grade at Percy Julian Middle School. This is called the Poem. So in class, Mr. Colucci told us to define poetry in 5 minutes. I realized that mine could, with a little editing, become a poem that I would like to present. This definition of a poem, my personal definition, you will notice, is different than poem. Now, a writing that partakes of the nature of both speech and song, blah, 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 blah. This definition is okay, but could be better. This is my version. A poem is an expression of feeling and life and opinion through words. The feelings can be as deep as the ocean, or as shallow as that kiddie pool you know you used to swim in. The opinion can be collective or unique. The life can be a story or a common situation. There can be few words or many. It can be soft and melodious, or rough and direct. Full sentences not required. There can be visuals, or only words, or both. Poetry means shown, spoken, acted, sung. It can be a reminder or a new idea. A poem can move people, anger people, inspire people. A poem is an expression of feeling and life and opinion through your words.
We got numbers. We got 3 9.5s. I know, right? And 2 9.6s. Clap it up for the poet. Everybody score. On deck we have Michaela from Julian. And at this moment, everybody put your hands together for Matthew.
My name is Matthew,
grade from Percy Julian, and this poem is called New Friends.
Okay.
I was new to the school, just moved in. I wasn't afraid of public speaking, but I was a bat at sunrise. I had no friends going to this school. In the crowd, I was one out of a million blades of grass. Half of me was saying talk to people, and the other half was saying keep your distance. I was split in half. I made some acquaintances, but not friends. After a week or two, in 9th period French class, someone changed seats right in front of me. He talked first, and I listened. His name was Luis. We became good friends. He showed me his other friends, but that wasn't the only group of friends. More and more people knew me. I was the light of a sunny day. I was happy and relieved. I made some friends, but not acquaintances.
Okay, we got a 9.4. We got 3 9.6s. And then we have a 9.7. Okay, so to close out the first half of the slam, we have Michaela.
Alright, first of all, I'm scared. Alright, my name is Michaela. I do it for you guys. I go to Julian, I'm in 8th grade, and this poem is called Us Before You. It's all set for the black girl, put together with unrighteous statistics, all spread through the cold world, matched up with unholy intentions. Put aside to mention, stay in the kitchen. Oh, what is that? School ain't no place for you to be, go finish picking. Stay in your square dimensions. We rule this part of town, I must stay mentioned. But no surprise to you, we are where the needs are. You think if a little black girl with them days, denim Daisy Duke song didn't go by that multicolored jump rope first, then the white girl would've. Do you think that if us black women didn't call you ma'am or excuse me, madam, then it would have ever been us before you?
We have from low to high, we have a 9.6. We got another 9.6, another 9.6, a 9.8, and a 9.9. Applaud the poet. Applaud the poet. Now applaud yourselves. We made it through the first half of the Poetry Slam. Halfway there, halfway there.
Cool, so what I'm gonna do now, I'm just gonna read over some of the events that we did throughout the school year, and then afterwards we're gonna have 2 more mentors. We did a Martin Luther King Jr. theme piece for the OPEF base camp, which where they're gonna build this mural for. We did that actually at Brooks, and for the Gwendolyn Brooks mural, we actually had some of the students submit pieces according to some of the themes in Gwendolyn Brooks' poetry. Another thing we did was the students claimed your voice event at Julian. We also had some of the students attend the Oak Park and River Forest High School's spoken word showcase, so give it up for them. We also had a couple open mics at the Julian Library, as well as a couple of the open mics at the Oak Park Public Main Library as well. Another event was, I was the, shameless plug right here, so I was the featured artist for the grand opening of the Live Cafe, and I was able to feature some of the Julian middle school students in the spoken word club. Can you guys raise your hands, the ones who performed? Cool. And then what we have coming up, I guess I'll talk about this a little bit. We have some of the middle school students from the Spoken Word Club from Julian, I believe, maybe Brooks, performing at the Ernest Hemingway Foundation event on June 17th. So yeah, we're gonna have some more heat for you guys there. So before we get into the second half, like I said, we're gonna have two of the mentors, and we don't need them to judge these poems, do we? Or should we let them? You guys want to just take a break? You guys want to take a break? I know your wrists are probably tired. Okay, cool. So yeah, we'll have you guys perform. No judging this time, so you guys can have a blast. All right, so we'll first have Matthew, who's from Julian. He's the mentor at Julian from OPRL.
Take advantage, don't leave my heart damaged. I understand that things go a little bit better when you plan it. Oh, so and make your location. Focus on, okay.
I'm not strong enough.
Diamond.
It's good.
Hey guys, I'm Matt. I'm a sophomore at OPRF, and I was a Julian mentor. I'd like to be an earthworm. Not the ones that come out in the rain, but the fleshy ones that squirm when you hold them. I'd like to be the ones that crawl over a hand. Oh man, I'd like to be the ones that crawl over moss, flush on a hand. I don't want to breathe the smell of the ground down there though. Actually, I'd like to be the moss, feel the worms and dirt and stones, inhale the spoiled milk smell of rotten wood, grow and stretch over oak planks. But maybe I want to be the casket, sink my sides into the ground and never move again, sprout flowers from my surfaces and rust from my hinges, or I'd like to be the bones, feel the splinters of marrow and rot. I think I want to be the sickness though, feel myself wheeze and break, worms flowing through my brain like rotten apples.
Okay, the next person coming up on the stage is a mentor at Brooks, which means this is my homie. I want y'all to put your hands together very, 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 very loudly for Karina Robinson, everybody!
This poem does not have a title. I've been ignored so many times, I'm beginning to doubt my own existence. Eyes burn through my translucent skin, chipping away at me blink by fleeting blink. When I speak, I fall victim to friendly fire. Left to bleed beneath semi-automatic chatter, never earning the satisfaction of having my name remembered. Like the time my 4th grade teacher couldn't put a subtitle to my face until the end of the year, telling me I would be an irreversible river if I didn't speak up. But don't underestimate me. My thoughts are attack helicopters ripping apart dead air. Never equate the white noise you hear with vulnerability. Never dull the caliber of my thoughts. And never read my words without a bulletproof vest. Thank you.
Alright, so we're gonna begin the second half with the duet actually by Michaela and Taylor from Julian. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. Michaela and Taylor, and we'll have Emma from Brooks who will be on deck. Come on, second half, we need more energy, come on.
My name is Taylor.
My name is Our poem don't have a title. See, it's just an old read.
And we're in 8th grade, and we're from Percy Julian Middle School. Boom! Shots fired across the sky.
And you on that night then you on that night know someone is gonna die.
Killing is not just an action, it's a disgrace.
This is a poem about, this poem is get ready to talk about being, this poem is get ready to be made about that pace.
We're gonna talk about the killings.
The race.
The race that is getting shot down by each other. The race that is getting shot down by the police. Black Lives Matter.
We are standing here because we haven't been killed yet.
We shouldn't be afraid to go to the neighborhood store, worrying about if that'll be our last moment.
The last time to see our mom.
The last time to see our dad.
The last time to see our brothers, our sisters.
The last time to see our grandparents.
The last time you will see
your sons, your daughters, your aunts, your uncles, your cousins, or even yourself. What we are trying to say is, stop the killing, stop the violence.
Because if we don't,
there is no future. Don't shoot, we just want to grow up.
So we tell the truth in here, just so in case y'all were wondering what we're doing. We out here telling the truth. We got some scores. There's a 9.8. 3 9.9s. I'm sweating. I have to take my jacket off. All right. On deck we have a manual from Julian. But I'd like y'all to put your hands together in a thunderous round of applause for Emma!
Hi, I'm Emma Kniep. I'm from Gwendolyn Brooks Middle School. And the title of my poem is Goodbye, I Wish You Well.
Hey, hi.
Morning, how are you? I can't remember the last time you spoke. I don't recall Cinderella and her prince speaking only through an electronic device, but we weren't a fairy tale. No, we were much more cliche than that. I used to see the boy I loved when I saw you, but now all I see is a kicked puppy. A puppy that I kicked. I'm really, really sorry. Please say something. I can't be your damsel in distress anymore. I can't be someone that I'm not. I don't want to be the person that you tell everything to and love dearly. But I did once. Our strained bond has finally been snapped, falling through like an old and tired rubber band that was just waiting to break. It feels strange, knowing that you will never be mine and I will never be yours, unlike what we had planned not so long ago. Look, we're not kids anymore, so I need to come clean. If only we hadn't been so childishly afraid, as if the other were the dark. If we'd been genuine, like the feelings we hid, we could have been extraordinary. But that can't happen now, and we both have to live with that. I guess sometimes it's better to be sorry than safe. Goodbye. I wish you well.
Judges having a tough time with this one, huh? Okay, so we have a 9.6. We have a 9.7. We have a 9.8. And we have two 9.9s. So, on deck, we have Lila. But coming up right now, please give it up for Emmanuel.
My name is Emmanuel Crawford. I'm in 8th grade from Percy Julian Middle School, and this is my poem, Pencil Paintings. Some artists use strokes of a brush to create pictures that appeal to the eye. But poets use words to paint pictures of despair and joy, to make your greatest fears come true and your prayers a reality. Their vocabulary stretches our brain to the brink until we can feel it in our chest. They're Picasso, making pencil paintings, proving that what they do is an art. It's a masterpiece. Sketching their thoughts onto loose leaf paper, etching their words into your mind. Their graphite scribbles away at their paper the way an artist's brush dances on his canvas. Because a pen is the tunnel to a opponent's mind, and ink are his thoughts pouring out in a distinct array of words. Artists dip their brushes on their palettes as poets dip their pens in calligraphy ink. Poetry and painting, they aren't as different as you think. So picture this. You are an artist in your own way, and your voice will be in a museum one day.
That last line, right? Your voice will be in the museum one day. These kids got bars. They got bars. All right, so we got some scores too. 9.7 is the lowest one. So let's just get it out now. We got a 9.8, a 9.8, a 9. Was that 9.9? Was that 9.7? Oh, okay. So we got scorekeepers. We got 2 9.7s, 2 9.8s, and a 10. On deck, we have Joseph Coach is going to come and do another poem for us. And bring him up to the stage right now. We have Lila Grove. Everybody put your hands together.
Straight up to my place, trying to play it safe.
Hello, I am Lila Grove. I'm a 6th grader. I'm a 6th grader at Percy Julian Middle School. For those of you who don't know, atelophobia is the fear of not being good enough. A lot of people think it's the fear of telephones. It's not. Okay. And this is a goalie's soft heart. The last practice of the spring. The last time I will be able to prove myself. Lakeshore lacrosse team was my next step up. My lacrosse story starts in Priory Park, a field that felt miles and miles away from my house, even though it was only about 15 minutes away. Something about the enormous houses made me feel so small. I'm a flea on a girl's back. But that is not real. I'm here, at a field, with my best friend, about to try out. Speaking of which, tryouts. The time to be judged, but without being judgy about being judged. Already having my goalie gear on, I shuffle to the edge of the field with vigilance. I'm a marshmallow swimming through hot chocolate. I'm slow, but moving. Now marshmallow me is melting. Sweat running down my face. Shook, 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 shook. Back and forth and back and forth. Little feet sprinting up and down the field. Knees buckling and not just mine. Our motivation slowing down. It was like I was telepathic. Who were we kidding? We were 5th graders trying out for a middle school team. Finally, after the struggle, it was over. 1 month later, results are in. 1 out of 3, and that 1 was me. Astonished, proud, and depressed because it had to be at least 2 out of 3. No, I would not join the team. Friends are more valuable than sports.
Okay, so we have a 9.5. We have a 9.6. Another 9.6. And then 2 9.8s. Please give it up for Lila. So we have Anna on deck, but who's coming up next is Joseph again to share another piece.
I love you. And the title of this piece is Student Voice. Having no voice is like being a leaf. The smallest breeze can push you off course. It's like being an ant and then getting crushed by a ginormous elephant. It's like being a blade of grass and then a lawnmower comes and slices you up like a piece of lunch meat. But having a voice is like being a superhero with the power to fly. In this book of life, you have total control. You can make characters look like whatever you want. You're the ruler. You're the king.
Right, so nice. We saw him twice. That was Joseph, everybody. We got some scores. We got a 9.6, 9.6, 9.6, and 9.7, and another 9.7. Who cares about music? Words are better. On Stipic. Did I say the last name right? Okay, I'm the best. And bring up to the mic, we have Anna Chulos, everybody.
Hi, I'm Anna Chulos.
Bring the heat!
Okay, I'm in 8th grade. I'm from Gwendolyn Brooks, and I will be performing The Golden Age. There's a Woody Allen film, A Midnight in Paris, which perfectly depicts my life. It is about a man who is trapped in an era in which he doesn't fit in. He goes back in time to his idea of the Golden Age, only to figure out everyone has a different idea of when the Golden Age was. I often find myself fantasizing about what it would be like if I lived in the Golden Age. To clarify, I think I'd go back to the 90s. Most of my favorite things are from them. Shout out to Tupac and Whitney, and this show that dominated the TV world, Seinfeld. Even my very favorite book, Perks of Being a Wallflower, was published in 1999. So pretty much, I like everything from then. I wish I could go back to a day where people watch concerts and parties through their own eyes, not Snapchats. I wish I could go back to a time where people lived offline, not on. I wish I could go back to a time when people got mixtapes from their secret admirers, not just a text. I'm jealous of everyone who knew what the world was like before Instagram and Snapchat. Thou shalt not covet, but coveting is what thou shalt do. Because no one fits in. Because we all want to go back to the Golden Age. And because we all think there's a better world out there for us.
There we go. Okay. Ooh. Okay, we got a couple of surprises. We have a 9.8. Oh, I'm sorry. Wait. So this is gonna sound bad. We have 9.7. Then a 9.8. Then a 9.9. Then we have a 10. And we have another 10. Cool. So next we have Matthew on deck, and next up we have Brandon.
Jackson. My name is Brandon. I'm from Percy Julian Middle School. And my poem's name is Shattered Glass. Bang, crash, shatter. The glass of trust that we had is gone. All the time we shared is nothing but a distant memory of the past. Oh, to dad. People say that a relationship with parents is needed for a kid to be average. I tried to communicate the fact that I want you in my life, but your egotistical mind wouldn't let you. The promises you made hurt more than a crush, leaving you on red when you just type, I like you. Thoughts traveled through my mind when you broke these promises. Was I not good enough? Did I upset you? But I soon realized that these thoughts were just an illusion for what a monster you really are. You would say that you care, but really you're just telling yourself that, so you won't feel bad. Your mind is twisted up like an Amazon forest, picking another family and leaving me alone, all alone. The trust that we had is in the past, and all we have now is shattered glass.
I love you thought you was going to play parents, just don't understand. All right, let's see these scores. We have a 9.7. 9.8. 9.8. 9.9. We have a 10! So when we bring poets up to the stage, I feel like it's, kind of getting to the end of the night, right? We're getting a little comfortable, chilling. Make sure when we say bring that heat, like we gotta bring that heat when we tell them to bring that heat, right? Otherwise they ain't gonna do it again. Okay, you're getting tested, it's not even. All right, so we over 10, we do another run through, right? So, hey everybody, my name is Nate. Bring that heat! All right then, okay, I like it. Super Saiyan, okay, here we go. All right, on deck to close out the open mic, we're gonna have Maya, right? But come to the stage right now, we have Matthew, so make some noise!
name is Matthew. I'm from Percy Julian. I'm from 6th grade, and this poem is called Poetry. Writing poetry is a way to escape. It's storing ideas left and right, getting to say what you want to say. It doesn't matter how you write, rhyme or not. No judge, no limit. I keep an extra pencil, just in case my pencil had too many ideas. Wrote too much, so tired it would break. The best part about writing poetry for me is that you can show the whole world that you can write anything you're craving to desire. Can't feel alone with all these ideas. Boredom is impossible, it's on the head. And poetry isn't all that, it still matters. Can't stop writing, if I do, I forget. Writing poetry is a way to escape.
You love this song, huh?
You love this song, yeah.
Okay, so we have a 9.5. Thank you for that example. We have a 9.7. And then we have 3 9.8s. So, to close out the slam, we have Maya from Julian.
I'm Maya, and I'm in 6th grade at Percy Julian Middle School, and this poem is called Undo. If life had an undo button, one click and you could fabricate the dematerialization of anything. A slip, a fail, a typo, a loss. We could rewind. Start over with drag and drop. Simply tap to rearrange reality your way. No troubles, no screw-ups, never a flaw. I undertake a project from the angle that goes crooked. Finding myself on square one, 3 days in. Undo. I sit apprehensively between my parents, only to give an audience to the unformed matter that my uncle's life has been shanghaied by drugs. Undo. We could go back to cut and paste until transcendence is met. A code of life and you're the coder. Type yourself an untainted, untarnished, unblemished, flawless, spotless, utopian cosmos. Nonetheless, perfection shows a dearth of enthusiasm. Weakness may accompany substandard baggage, but an overdose of idealism would sanitize us until we're robots, always operating to the same tasteless, tedious, repetitious, unvaried, well, one ho-hum dead beat. Failure packs experience, so power simply delivers a virus, one that would not stop correcting until we're trapped in an anticlimactic, simply meaningless existence, if life had an undo button.
A room full of people on a microphone, on a stage, right? It takes a ton of courage, and we're really proud of everybody that touched the stage tonight.
Yes, sir. So this is what's about to happen next. The judge.
Oh, go ahead. You do it.
The judge.
I'm good. I'm okay.
The judges are going to tally the scores, and while that's going on, they're going to choose the top 3 performers. While that's going on, I think they want us to perform something.
Well, before we did that part, I definitely wanted to give a shout out to groom these young individuals into the wordsmiths that you see before you right now, right? So, from Brooks, my Miss Dombeck, the teacher over there who helped us out. My mentors, we got Denise, Camille, Karina. Where y'all at? Okay, that's good.
I'm just gonna be real quick. My squad is like right over here. Anyone from Julian, just make some noise. Let's do it like that, you know. Alright, so you know what? I'll let you go first. You wanna perform something?
I can perform.
Alright, cool. We're gonna have Nate go first.
I had all night to think about which one I want to do, and now I don't even remember. Okay, so this poem is called A 100% Historically Accurate, Though Folkloric Account of My Great Uncle Willis. I actually have the privilege of knowing who my ancestors are back all the way to Juneteenth when the slaves were freed. So the name on my mom's side is not a slave name, and I'm really proud of that. So this poem is a reimagination of those folks who I never met, right?
Bring it! Bring that heat!
When he was a slave, Willis made clay people in the dirt, clobbed their dirt heads onto their new dirt necks until they ebbed up from the edges of the plantation like a battalion of ebony scarecrows. Under every full moon they swayed, a chorus, ocean of open throats and loose chains outside Master's window, branch-like arms stretching across the night's raw back, and Willis's back was also, of course, raw too. So he wept, his broken skin, sliced open hands babbling blood back to the earth as he worked. Mauled men and women and little slave children came into shape. Hips, thick hair, noses made flat from scratch, knuckles trapezing the finger dance where Master can't see because he won't dare look outside his window for weeks straight. There were wraiths ringing wreaths of this champion pain around their necks, promising to whisper his white children to sleep. See, for Massa, even a still night still swings a storm in its womb. Only really means that insomniac Willis Jackson with the bone hands is taking his time on the faces. He makes every face a souled friend, a dead lover. This one could be his lady, earthen body leading chin first into the craft. Say, Willis, is it done yet? Am I pretty now? Is this breathing? I've been a snoop all up and down the Mississippi. Runaway river of souls, Willis. I've been in the water. I've been dancing dead, fielding their hollers. Now the mouth can only choke, but the hands say, I see you. This old magic, this cured back, the onsetting rope of days promising a new wound in this shanty of raining salt. And the salt rain knows this. The salt rain has been raining for 40 years. The same flopping river is in my mother's stainless kitchen to this very day. She swears the ghost of her abusive father came back and told her to divorce the first husband. This is the name for that. What we call being beached, or thirsty, or family. And Willis is in love with each and every one of us. Blinding, binding love. Voodoo or ballast. How else could he have navigated the reconstruction of the South's broken teeth like a beacon? Bright, like he'd been drinking from the gourd itself. He must have known every bone in their cheeks. He must have buffed each of their wrecked bodies 1,000 times clean.
Oh, matter of fact, let me take this. Alright, I want to experience this again, so I'm going to introduce myself and then you guys are going to.
Believe someone they call my name inside the concrete, I'm praying forever.
My name is Jamel Clark. I just wanted to experience that. So this piece is actually about my cousin who was born premature. Does anyone have any family members, friends, and know if anyone was born premature?
I was.
Okay, cool. So this piece is for those people, as well as for those who also have been bullied because of it. April 11th, 2002. A star cradles aglow to luminous for 9 months of hibernation in maternal galaxy. The water breaks Orion's belt 4 months before it could wrap around his mother's waist. He takes his first breath. With lungs the size of birthday balloons before breathing celebration into them, doctor's stethoscopes with flying saucers, rotating around his chest like orbiting planets. Family and I shuttle into a waiting room as full as the moon on the night of his birth. My claustrophobia made me feel like an astronaut. I needed space. Weeks later, Jason arrives home, his body the size of the average human hand, holding 22 ounces of cosmic dust, light enough for gravitation to question its own laws. But gracefully, he grew into a heavy heart, heavy, like hearing him say I love you at the end of every phone conversation, heavy, like watching him share every piece of his Milky Way with friends just so they can taste how heavy-hearted this galaxy should be. But it isn't. Jason wears hearing aids to keep up with the speed of sound. His speed of thought travels on low fumes. The medicine launched inside of his incubator saved his life, but sacrificed his brain and some friendships. Kids treat Jason like he's from another planet. But just because it takes some of us a little bit longer to develop into a star does not mean there is something wrong. I think we keep forgetting. Being born premature is just the universe's way of saying 9 months is too long. We need you here now. Those tens? I'm glad they didn't rate those, so I would have been upset if I did.
Yeah, I would have been my feelings a little bit salty.
This is, we're waiting for the, hopefully Colucci has the,
yeah.
He looked like a certified accountant with the numbers.
Yeah, I mean, it was a ton of poems, you know, so they gotta do math and stuff. I don't, so I won, right? I got the best job.
They want me to talk. I don't really want to talk, but how great was that? How great was that? Clap it up for our judges who put up with a lot of constructive criticism. All of our poets who came up here. All of our family and friends who came today. All of the people that made this happen from OPEF. And from School of Rock. We can't go without thanking our amazing duo of MCs, Nate and Jay.
And then please give it up for Mr. Colucci. Please give it up. I saw you crunching those numbers. You look like I said, a certified accountant.
It's the most math I've done all year.
I mean, you know, it's a poetry slam, you know. Also, I want to show some love to Charles, our DJ over here.
Oh yeah.
Make some noise, right?
All right, here we go. We'll go third place. Third place. Third place. Was a duet. Third place.
Drum roll.
Yeah. Third place. Then they're coming. What are we doing? Standing up?
They're gonna come up here.
Awesome.
They're gonna be on stage again.
I love it. Third place. The duet of Taylor and Mikhail. Second place. Drum roll, please. With an ode to the 90s. Anna. before I announce first place, because I teach English, so I'm all about the suspense. I would like all 8th graders to stand up. The people you are clapping for right now. Oh, and then too, these are the people who just joined this brand new club that started last year and made it definitely a home away from home. So I want to recognize them. I want to encourage them to continue this into high school and show District 200 what District 97 is all about. All right, without further ado, you can sit down now. Crazy, crazy drum roll for this.
First place.
First place. She's a 6th grader. Maya Soden.
All of the, you want to say something? I'm sorry.
Yeah, okay, so,
what?
It's a lot. We can make it happen. We just gotta move. We want to get all the poets on the stage to do a photograph. A photograph. We'd like to get together.